Welcome back to another video. We are here at the shop and we're working on my S13. My helper over here. So the 240 needs parts, of course, like every other S chassis, and I got a cardboard box full of parts that I do want to put on my car. I wanted to put braided steel lines on my car. I wanted to put motor mounts and power steering, or not power, yeah, technically power steering lines, the ones that are on the back of the rack, and solid rack bushings. So I wanted to knock all this out because there is a drift event. There's a drift event that's in Anderson, about an hour away from me, and it's OSR Motorsports, a drift event. Apparently this is their first event, and I want to go. I want to get there. It's super close. There's no reason why I shouldn't do it other than tires. But the engine's strong. I just want power steering. And driving a S13 without power steering sucks. So that's why I got these. And I think that will mitigate our issue, because I had an issue with those lines. And these. My rack bushings are terrible, so I need these to stabilize the rack so it doesn't shift mid-drift or anything like that. Hey buddy. Alright, so let's jack the car up. It's on wheels already, so I'll jack this up and start with the power steering lines or the brake lines. I don't know yet, but my little helper will definitely help. So let's do it. With the wheels off, car's up in the air. Kind of sketchy. Don't do that, guys. I'm Tech 1, you know, Tech 0. So now got these from GK Tech. So, or was it in Juku? I'm not sure. I believe it was in Juku. Okay, that's my address. It was in Juku. So, all right. So we're gonna pop these on first, because I think I already broke them loose. I just kind of was preparing for the video because I was struggling with these. I was borderline not wanting to film, and I just was gonna get the Chase Bays braided steel line kit just to do the whole thing, but we broke them loose. That's a project for another day, so let's get into it. Let's put some lighting in here, and then Zach over here. Ah! Zach is abusing me. So, brake lines. So, you guys probably know. So, we replacing this. Of course, we take it out of the caliper, which I believe is a 12 mil, and this one is a 10 mil. So, easy. Nothing too difficult about that. So, let's go ahead and do that. So we're getting rained out again, and it's been like this for the past 3 days. It didn't give me a lot of motivation to like work on my cars or anything. Zach's over there drenched, and now I got that side. I don't know, you might not be able to hear me, but I got that side taken care of. Now it's time to come over to this side and pop this one off, but it's kind of hard to see, but that's I'll bring the light over here. So this one was fairly easy. I took it off easily, put the clip on so it stays, it doesn't move. And this, instead of a 12, this was a 14. So, but it looks like it's holding, looks like it's doing its job. And it's only time will tell. So let's go to the other side. Alright, now we on the other side. This one we popped in fairly quickly. As you can tell, that one's in. This one's in. but for some reason I don't really like this angle. It's hugging all this and I do not like it. So I am gonna grab I believe that's a 17-inch wrench, and the bottom of this braided steel line, I am gonna twist it so I can get a little bit more, because this angle is kind of crazy. I don't feel comfortable with this, so let's do that. All right, time for the power steering lines. ISR, of course. Zach, what are you doing behind the camera, alright? You being a creep. Alright, so these go behind the power steering line. Mine snapped. Snapped, or I bent them from swapping the engine like 15 different times. So now we just gotta put these on, figure out which banjo bolt goes where, and pop them suckers on. Let's do it. Let's get underneath the car. Well, enough of doom scrolling. I was doom scrolling on my phone for like forever, and I'm procrastinating on my car for the drift event, so it's probably like 11:30 at night. Zach left it's probably honestly at 1. It's 1:30. Holy moly. So now all I gotta do really is power steering lines and rack bushings. So that's all I have left. I did all the brake lines. I do have to bleed them, so I'll probably scumbag Zach into doing it tomorrow. And let me show you underneath the car what I need to do and what I have left to do. And hopefully I have power steering, because I again do not want to drive my car without power steering. So you guys enjoy. Alright, so we're underneath the car and we are changing this line over here. Don't mind Slave just hanging out, and they're gonna connect into here. We're also gonna raise the rack to take out the bushings out of here and put solid rack bushings. So once we do that, we should be one step closer to having power steering. I might hold off on the rack bushings. This might be a later project, but I definitely do want to do the power steering lines, because that is essential for power steering. So these are the lines, of course. Whichever one's the longer one is the one that goes to the farther one, of course, and these come off. So they're 14 mil. Of course, having troubles with autofocus, but basically these pop off. I'm gonna screw these on first onto the on the rack, and then after that we're gonna go in and tighten these. So let's go ahead and do that, and if I could get a good angle on filming this and how to do it, I will definitely do that. So let's go ahead and do that. And it's a 14 mil, so I'm gonna use a open end just to make the process so much easier. So if you remember, I had a bunch of like little snubs on the end of the pieces, or like the nipples. So I got these out, of course, toss them over there, and now it's time for these fittings. So I'm gonna toss these fittings on, and let's see how it goes. So I ended up installing these, and these are all installed, as you can tell, like up here, and you can see the braided steel lines, the brakes, brake lines, good to go. I'm getting all hot boy now, the P2M control arms. But yeah, so far the progress is good. Sweet. So we got these installed, and as you've seen, I installed the braided steel rack lines. And if you get new lines, it's a good idea to bleed. So we're out here gonna bleed, and hopefully get some good brake feel. Welcome back. I look like a mess, and this is a couple days later. I am finally working on my 240, like for real. I had a G35 that I was welding the diff on and finally finished it. The guy just took off about 30 minutes ago. So now it's finally time to tinker on this hoopty. So we made a list. So definitely need to put motor mounts, and I want to bleed the brakes a little bit, and I do want to do the clutch. Definitely got to do a bolt check. Definitely got to do power steering swap, and well, the exhaust, that's a maybe on a new rack. A sway bar, that's a maybe. Lug install, probably need to put a new lug. Type X wing, that's a maybe. Balanced wheels, I didn't do that because the tires I got for the fronts didn't work out. I need to put bolts on the shifter, and that's fine, that's whatever. Dang, I forgot about the bolts in the shifter. Okay, well, I guess we could start on that. It's 12, and I guess let's start on that. I'm doing this so last minute. It's, I think, 10:30 right now, and so basically I have 12 hours to finish this car. I don't know if I'm gonna get any sleep, but we'll see. I'm eager, and I'm motivated. That's the word I want to use. So without further ado, let's stop procrastinating and do this. All right, first step of the process. Bolts. I gotta take bolts off this transmission because my shifter is held on by 2 bolts. I was daily driving the car for about a week, and the bolts fell out. Like 2 out of the 4 that were on it, because I didn't put the 6 on, which is weird. I don't know why I did that, but I think I was swapping shifters and figuring out which shifter I like. So without further ado, let's take some more bolts and get in the car and figure that out, because definitely don't want to lose a shifter or all the bolts. Well, I guess it's time to tear apart all this, and that goes the center console, and that's about it. And then the shifter, and it pops out, and then you'll see the shifter down there. I didn't get any of the don't pay attention to this. All right, let's do it. This is what it looks like inside, and let's go ahead and throw some bolts in here just to make sure. Let's make it happen. Sweet. So I put in 2 bolts, and it looks good. And on to the next thing, which we will decide here in a second. But no, it looks great. It feels solid. So sweet. Let's do the next thing. I really want to do power steering, so let's do power steering. All right, now it's time to knock out the power steering. So for the first thing, I gotta take off this intake manifold. So let's go ahead and do that, so I can get a better idea of what I need for the power steering. Let's go ahead and do that. Sweet, we're one step closer. So took the fan off, took the intake manifold or the intake off, and now we're gonna get the size or the crank bolt size, so we can get it inside this pilot hole, so I can get that bolt back there. It's, if you could tell, it's back there. I don't know, kind of hard to see, but it's back there. So let's do that. All right, I took one of my dad's flashlights, so we're gonna use this. We're gonna try to save a little bit of the fluid. Probably not gonna be a lot, but I'll try to at least a little bit. Wish me luck. Okay, sweet. If you look down here, that bolt and then this hose right here, finally pop that off, drain the fluid into a tub. I might save that. I'm gonna look at the what the internals look like. I think this is a fried pump completely. So we'll do that real quick and check it out. Sweet. Well, there used to be a power steering pump here now, but now there's not. Harbor Freight with these lights and stuff. So this is the one that was inside the car, and looks pretty shredded. So we're gonna pop all this stuff off, and I kind of want to dig in to what it looks like inside. So let's go ahead and do that. So what I decided to do is pull my SR power steering pump out, and this one's bad, that one's bad, so I just decided to take out my SR one. So I just swapped the pulleys on it and the brackets, this bracket on the behind the pulley, and now I'm just gonna try to toss it in and see what it does. So wish me luck. Alright, finally got this thing charged up, and I already put the power steering into place. So let's see how this goes. So now you just gotta do the lines, all this little nuanced stuff, and then the fastener in the back on the bottom of it, and then we plumb it up, and let's see how it goes. I'm actually really excited. What do you think? What do you think? Will it work? I'm more worried about like the weird metal shavings that I have inside the power steering pump, but we ain't gonna worry about that right now. We're just gonna, fingers crossed, it's gonna be good for the drift event, and we're good. We're good. We're not gonna think about that. All right, I'm gonna get. I think it's right around 12:30, so we're gonna keep on going. Gonna keep trucking along because I want this done. I want this done. I need power steering for the drift event. Alright, so we plumbed everything up. The hard line's on, the bottom line is on, it's tensioned, has a little bit of slack, but I think it's safe to start. I'm gonna throw the intake on, and I'm gonna fire it up and see if there's any feel. I think there might be. We'll see. I just slipped on the intake just because it looks pretty snug. Let me throw the MAF on. The MAF should be on. Alright, let's give this a shot. I don't know. Kind of looks good, kind of doesn't. Let's see if this stuff rattles off or not. Okay. It's doing whiny noises, so that's good. Let's see what we can do. Well, I'm still working on this thing. Wow, and it's getting light outside, and I haven't stopped. Look at this mess. Such a big mess. Oh my goodness. But I'll tell you what, this event is going to be legendary. Now we just got it rain, these puppies bullying each other, and time to charge the camera battery. And just like that, it's bright outside, and I just finished the car. I didn't get everything done, but the motor mounts, I readjusted mine. I got a new nut and just readjusted it because it was binding the steering shaft with the headers. Bleeding brakes and clutch, I'm probably gonna do that at the track, bolt check. I kind of went over everything, just touched everything, so just to see if it's loose or not. Welding the exhaust, I didn't do that unfortunately, but it's okay. Maybe new rack. I decided to JBL weld one of the things. If I see it in the clip, it should be in the next video, because after this is gonna be the outro, and I'm gonna start a new video loading this car and getting ready for the track. Bowtown battery. We're gonna try to sketchy doohickey stuff. Trunk panel. Don't worry about it. Type X-wing. Forget about it. It's okay. But we did it. We did it. So she's ready for the track. I got some spare tires. People are bringing me some spare tires at the track, so I am stoked. So like, we should be good. We should be good in all. I wish I had 5-lug. I would run the crap out of those tires, but it's okay. We live, we learn. This event really snuck up on me. So without further ado, you guys stay tuned for the next video. It's gonna be a banger. You guys like, comment, subscribe, and you guys have a good one. Bye.